it's Stanford. I mean, they did enough in that one inning to really put the game away, and we didn't respond. I mean, they threw a punch and got 6, and with 2 outs. I mean, it was just a killer inning, and we couldn't put a stop to it. We couldn't make a pitch, flare, double. It's just one of those things in baseball that you have to step up and make a play or make a pitch. And unfortunately today, they did a good job in that inning, and it really was a difference in the game. It was a pretty clean game other than that one inning.
It seemed like you guys struggled a little bit offensively with momentum. Seemed to be hard to come by for you guys today.
Yeah, Bloom did a good job. I don't know what it was. I mean, he was throwing strikes, and we just were rolling balls over, popping balls up. It wasn't a very good approach. I mean, the last 5 innings, I mean, he pretty much handled us, and pretty uncharacteristic of our team. We've been pretty disciplined and used the middle of the field the entire year, and today, the last 5 innings, we didn't do it, and therefore, that guy was successful.
And it seemed like you didn't fully capitalize on a couple opportunities early in the game too.
Yeah, we did. We had Venegas, on the ropes, and it was one of those things where we couldn't cash in. I mean, he walked 4. He hit 2, and we ended up with 2 runs. I mean, that spells, and we had 4 hits. So you go 4 hits, 4 walks, 2 hit batters. You would think you would expect to get a few more runs than we did, and for whatever reason, we just couldn't come up with that big hit, and unfortunately, we let him off the hook, and they gave the ball to Bloom, and Bloom took over and did a nice job.
So how do you bounce back from a tough series like this to just continue rolling? So
well, it's a long season. We've been good all year. I think we have to. I mean, you have no other option. I mean, it's April, May, and June, and it's the most disciplined time of the year in college baseball. And the guys that are detailed and getting better every day, and are the teams that are going to be playing in June. And we feel like we are one of those teams, but we have to bounce back. You got to be able to take blows at this time of the year. You just can't. It's just not going to be smooth sailing. You just play too many good people, and this conference is just a incredible conference in terms of competition. With every club, so you better be able to take blows. You better be able to get off your feet and get off the mat and battle, because we have to respond. Stanford did a good job this weekend and played better baseball than we did.
And some coaches, nobody likes to lose, but some coaches think that it's okay if you lose to a really good team if you can learn from it going in, because you're going to play this type of team if you are to make it to like Omaha.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, it's, when we went in 2010, Arizona State came in here and swept us. And Oregon came in here and beat us 2 out of 3. And I remember sitting in the clubhouse after Arizona State just completely dominated us the entire weekend. And that was what we needed, in a weird way. And so nobody likes to lose. Anybody that says nobody enjoys it, and no one likes that feeling. But you better be able to handle it, number one, and number two, you got to be able to respond. And this team has responded. You play 56 games, you are going to lose games, and it's all about responding. And we need to this week against a Long Beach team that's played pretty well, and certainly a very good Purdue team. So we're right in the middle of the grind.
And then the last thing, just talking about that Purdue series that you have coming up, a late non-conference series against a team that's playing really well in the Big Ten right now. What do you expect to see out of them?
Well, I've heard a lot of good things. Very, very good RPI. They've beat a lot of people. I'd expect them to be a regional, NCAA team. And we haven't looked at them yet. We have some games on them, but I would expect them to be. They sound like they are the best team in the Big Ten, clearly, and they're going to come in here, and it's a big non-conference series, regional series. I mean, we played Baylor, we played Georgia. Those are big series, and now certainly Purdue, I would think, is just right there with those guys. So we expect them to be very good.